I am back at it again, working on the second half of the case. I've got it, I hit it with the navel jelly, washed it off. So right now, well, that got most of the corrosion and crud out of it. I'm going to hit these spots in the bottom of the case with the burr, get all of the epoxy out of the holes, and then we'll drag the welder over here. Ready to start trying to weld this mess up. Got it ground out. We've got a hole here, and there is a little divot back here that I'll probably fill in, but it's nowhere near close to going through the case. And then we got the big one. That is how much I had to grind out to get the corrosion part out. And I may, instead of just trying to fill that with weld, I'm probably going to cut out a small piece of some of my magnesium scrap, fit it in there, and weld it in place. Smooth it all out. And then it wasn't just this case half. The other case half I had done had a little spot of epoxy on the front, so I got to digging on it, and look at that. We got another big hole. There is the first hole done. And I think that'll be just fine. Now, I did go ahead and weld from both sides, and that had a little trough like these, and I just went ahead and filled it up. That shouldn't be a problem. So this piece, it didn't have any more issues. So this one is done as far as welding. Now we're just back to over here. I don't imagine these will be too bad. That big one may be a challenge. We'll see. Now, I just got to get this done before I run out of argon. One more hole fixed. I have no complaints with that one. I'll need to drill through that hole and ream it back out to size, because there is a little melt through on the inside, but it's just a through hole, so that's not an issue. Now let's try to tackle this one. Hole number 3 plugged up. Come out really nice. Now I think I'll tackle that small one in the back there. I think I can come in with the torch at an angle. It did not go all the way through, so it just needs built up a little bit. Then I forgot one little small one here. This one's basically just another little divot that needs filled in. And then if I got enough argon, we'll tackle the big hole. That one was a little tricky because it was hard to get the TIG torch in there, but I got it. It's all good. It did not go through all the way anyway, so it was just basically filling it up. This section down here had a little divot there, and I had built this up before for the bolt, so I just went ahead and connected it. Now for the big one. That was a large oval hole, as you remembered, and I trying to weld it up, trying to put a plug in there, it just wasn't working out. So I thought about welding like a plate on the bottom to cover the hole up. And then it's like, well, I was going to have to grind all the fins off anyway. So I just filled the fins in and basically capped the whole section off. And that's at least as thick as the case was originally. That did leave a dip in the bottom, but I went ahead and did just like they had. Here comes my flashlight. I did like they had before and filled that with epoxy, except this is the good steel reinforced epoxy, good to like 600 degrees, oil resistant. And that is not sealing anything up. It is just basically filling that little hole there underneath the welded piece. So I am totally happy. Should be ready to go back to work. Need to run a brush through all the oil passages and do the final cleaning. Then we should be able to start fitting stuff together. Oh, I did get one other part in today. My little oil plug came in. Just a simple rubber expanding type. And this is the exact plug they called out in the plans. Drops in the hole. Twist it. And it's in there solid. There's a look on the inside. Should work perfect. Bought a pair of them just so I'd have a spare. And don't see any reason why that won't work just great. I'm getting pretty anxious to start test fitting stuff in the case, see how all this is going to go together. But first, I think tomorrow I'm going to spend some time actually working on the airplane. I've got like 10 nose ribs left to do, and then I will have all the ribs done. So I may work on that tomorrow. Either way, we'll be getting back to this soon. Like I say, just clean out the oil passages, give it the last final pressure washing. It should be good to go. Well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to keep up with this, and catch you on the next one.